Thanks, everybody, so much for joining us here on KREM 2. It's time to get a really in-depth look at the air quality and the weather impact alert that we are being faced with across the inland Northwest. So we are under a weather impact alert for the day today, and now it has been extended through tomorrow for the same reasons. We're talking unhealthy to very unhealthy air quality conditions, because when we reach these levels, this impacts everyone. So you're advised to limit your time outdoors, avoid any outdoor strenuous activity, and also try to keep your windows and doors closed as much as you possibly can to keep a clean air kind of environment. So as we take a look at some of the air quality that we have been seeing across the region, widespread unhealthy air quality for all of these areas that are shaded in red on your screen. But we've even been dealing here with some very unhealthy to hazardous air quality out in central Washington, even now encompassing part of the Wenatchee area for the hazardous air quality because of wildfire smoke being densest through that part of central Washington. So during these conditions, especially advised to try to stay inside as much as you possibly can in a clean air environment. This is why we have widespread air quality alerts in place for really the entire region. And it's going to be this way until further notice because of the conditions we're seeing. We've got high pressure that's building. It's leading to a lot of stability as far as our forecast goes. It will be dry, plenty of sunshine, light winds. But that also means that the smoke and the thick haze, it's going to be sticking around here. So here's one model's depiction of how this is going to move. Winds, again, very, very light, but that shift is going to change some of the direction of the denser smoke. Coming out of the northeast this morning has pushed some of the denser smoke to the southwest of where fires are burning, but we'll watch as we put this into motion here. Wind shifts a little bit from the northwest into tomorrow, so we are anticipating some of the denser smoke to be to the southeast of where these fires are, but still definitely looking to impact much of the state of Washington as well as into North Idaho. Here's a look at our future wind gusts. Throughout today and as well as tomorrow, we're going to be seeing similar conditions. Wind gusts maybe up to about 10 to possibly 15 miles per hour, but that means our sustained winds, those steadily blowing winds, are going to be closer in the realm of about 3 to 5 miles per hour. So still significantly light. That's good news when it comes to local firefighting efforts. It just also means that the smoke that we do receive from area fires is sticking around. Moving forward and taking a look here at our future tracker. Couple of quiet days here ahead of us, mostly dry conditions. So this is what firefighters will have to be dealing with as we don't have any measurable precipitation in sight for at least the next 2 weeks here ahead of us. What that means for folks is with the relative humidity that continues to drop, especially in the afternoons, very dry into the teens for central Washington as well as eastern Washington, our fuels and the vegetation, especially near surrounding fires, just continues to get drier and drier. So that's another thing that crews will have to be monitoring. Of course, relative humidity does improve in the overnight. Temperatures this afternoon, we start to trend a bit warmer, about 5 degrees warmer than where we were at yesterday. We're looking at some mid-80s for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, the return of low 90s for Lewiston, Walla Walla, Richland, Yakima, and over toward Omak and parts of the Okanagan Valley. These temperatures are pretty on par with our average, technically just a couple of degrees cooler than that. The heavier smoke has also been kind of putting a damper on some of our temperatures. We've been coming in a couple of degrees cooler than originally forecasted because of that thick smoke kind of creating a bit of a dome effect. As we take a look at overnight lows, we fall cool for some areas. We're looking at low 40s for St. Mary's, mid 40s tonight in Deer Park. We do fall to the low 60s, though, for Grand Coulee and Wenatchee, mid 50s for Spokane. But even in the overnight, it's advised to keep those windows and doors closed as much as you can because of the worsening air quality. Highs tomorrow trend a little bit warmer. We're talking widespread upper 80s to low 90s for much of the region. As we move forward and take a look at our weather pattern, high pressure is building to the south of us, but Friday coming into this upcoming weekend, we could see the impacts here of some slightly more elevated winds. As we move forward, though, the big thing to note with Friday's and Saturday's breeze is this is not going to be nearly as strong as what we were dealing with last weekend, but it is going to be a bit breezier than what we're, for example, experiencing now. Gusts expected to come out of the west-southwest near about 15 to possibly 25 miles per hour, so a little bit breezy, but not nearly as strong as what we saw on August 1st. So, extended look at the forecast. We do trend warmer through Friday with highs in the low 90s for Spokane. But yes, also we're preparing for that extended stretch of no measurable precipitation, really no rain in sight for at least the next week, but really over the next 2 weeks.